Drizzle spat from the gray sky as I grabbed my weapons, climbed out of the jeep, and looked for the mysterious magical artifact that plucked at my half-elven senses. A bog stretched away from the gravel parking area, white and red cranberries floating on the surface, smoke hazing the air above them. That air smelled of the Pacific Ocean, decomposing leaf litter, and a barbecue gone terribly wrong. I wrinkled my nose and spotted a fire smoldering near a manufactured home overlooking the bog. Animal carcasses were piled beside it, hooves and antlers jutting out of the tangle. "Cozy place," I muttered. A grizzled man in a yellow raincoat came out of the house. The farmer who'd called my boss and requested my presence. He carried a rifle instead of a hoe or rake, or whatever one used for collecting the harvest. The man didn't point his rifle toward me, but he squinted suspiciously, and his knuckles were tight around it. If I hadn't sensed magic out in the water, I would have wondered if I'd gotten the wrong bog. I let my fingers rest on the hilt of Fezzik, the compact submachine pistol in my thigh holster. Though he was a full-blooded human and likely couldn't see it, or Chopper, the sword in a harness on my back. Both weapons were magical and difficult for the mundane to see. "Are you Jean?" I asked.
"Yep. You Val Torvald?"
He eyed my jeans, combat boots, leather duster, tank top, and finally my long braid of blonde hair draping down to my boobs. The latter prompted a lip curl instead of the more typical masculine interest. I flicked the braid over my shoulder. "That's more or less what my business card says."
"I was expecting a guy."
"You thought Val was a man's name?"
"I hoped. Knew a big German guy named Valentine once."
"Well, you got a 6-foot-tall Norse gal named Valmayar. It means corpse maiden, if that makes you feel better about my abilities."
"Not really. Here."
Jean tossed a pair of muddy hip waders onto the damp grass in front of me.
"These are for you."
"I'm honored. I didn't know I'd receive gifts on this gig."
"You can borrow them. I assume you're going in. The thing is out about there."
Jean pointed his rifle toward the center of the expansive bog. There had to be 20 acres underwater.
"You can see it glowing at night."
"A shame I didn't come later. I assume you didn't put it out there." He gave me a scathing look.
"Of course not. It just appeared, somehow rooted down to the ground. It happened 3 nights ago, right after I flooded the bog for the harvest."
"Can you unflood it?" Whatever it was would be easier to remove if it wasn't underwater.
"Not until the berries are harvested."
Jean's expression shifted from scathing to pitying, as if I were a slow city simpleton.
"I'm sure you can find the thing. Look around the property first if you want. There are dead animals everywhere, dying faster than I can burn them."
He shifted his rifle toward deciduous and evergreen trees to the sides of the bog. Fall leaves matted into the grass underneath them, creating a soggy red and orange carpet.
"I trust you're not squeamish, corpse maiden."
"I'm not, and you can call me Val. You think this artifact is killing the animals?"
"Artifact?"
His forehead wrinkled.
"This isn't some archaeological find. It's a weird glowing bundle of balls that you can't get out of the water. If you touch it, it'll zap you. If you shoot it, the bullets bounce off. Which I guess you won't be doing since you don't have a gun. I thought a great warrior would have a weapon."
I drew Chopper, plunged the longsword into the ground and released the hilt. He jumped back as it seemed to appear out of thin air to him. The sword's magic only camouflaged it when I carried it. In the dim afternoon daylight, the blue glow of Chopper's blade was noticeable, and Jean gaped at it. "Hopefully, that'll do."